Hello, everyone, and welcome to Perspectives by DGMs, an exclusive podcast series where wisdom meets aspiration. I am Salman Udikar, the podcaster. Some people walk through life. Miss Punita Hirani dances through it. Every movement she makes, every word she speaks, carries a rhythm. Trained in Manipuri, Bharatnatyam, and Indian folk, Punita ma'am waves stories not just through classical forms, but through her unique ability to connect emotion with movement. But what truly sets her apart is not just choreography, but her character. She is that rare teacher who connects with kindness. She is grounded in tradition, yet glowing with modern charm. We are really happy to have you with us, ma'am, today. Thank you so much for coming to the show.
Thank
It's we've been working with you for so many years, ma'am, but today is the final chance where we are not meeting in chaos, but हम लोग actually यहाँ पे बैठ के peacefully बात कर रहे हैं.
Absolutely.
And I was, when we were planning this podcast and when I spoke to ma'am also about this, I was so happy ki we never got a chance to speak and know about you, who the real you is beyond dance. We've seen your dance, everybody loves it. The parents, and in the past, I think 5 years, you've been choreographing for DGMC Youth Festival and Annual Days. So I, ask this to everybody, ma'am, who comes from a very unique career, prospect. Ki what was that one moment, or how did your journey begin with dance? And was it decided कि आपको हमेशा से dance में interest था, या आप initially कुछ और you were interested in something else and then you came in here?
I feel when I was very small, my dad used to carry me and play Navratri Garba throughout Navratri 9 days. And maybe since I was born. And that was the rhythm and that was the time when everything got into me. I never have thought of that I will be dancing this much, but it just came. It just flow. So when I was small and doing some movements, dancing in my own rhythm, and there's no music because earlier we never have a tape recorder or any particular music systems. अपने आप ही कुछ गाना है, कुछ poetry है. I used to dance. And my parents saw that, and they felt that I'm doing something different. Though Navratri was always there and we dance during Navratri all 9 days since my childhood, but never have kept myself in that out of that Navratri period. And when I was some 7, 8 years old and I was dancing and I made my own song and dancing in front of some guests and all. So my parents found that I have some shine in me, some glimpse that they can always kept me forward for the dancing.
So ma'am, आपका बचपन मतलब you lived in Mumbai या आप गुजरात?
Yes, absolutely.
So you're born and brought up in Mumbai. So when your parents या फिर realize, जैसे आपने बोला कि उनको पता चल गया कि my daughter has something unique, या फिर जब आपको realize हुआ कि नहीं मुझे dance में करना है, but still ma'am, however good the child is, parents are obviously very much concerned. तो जब आपने उनको formally बोला कि नहीं ये मुझे करना है और ये मुझे ज़्यादा seriously करना है, so what was their reaction? Like मतलब obviously आपने formal education, schooling, college and degree आपने वो किया है, so पैरेलली आपने मैनेज करने के टाइम पे आपका फोकस कहीं ना कहीं जब डांस की तरफ ज्यादा हो तो उनका रिएक्शन क्या था? वाज इट सपोर्टिव?
No, it was the other way around. I was dancing in my own world, in my own room. But my parents said that you go and take training. At least start with when I was in third standard, second or third standard. So they sent me for Manipuri training, which was very close to my place. And I started with that Manipuri journey. And with that, I found that dancing is not just dancing in your own rhythm, but it has a outline, which has discipline, which gives you a proper posture, sharpness in your movements. And that classical movement therapy made me a great personality. Because when you learn some classical form of dancing, it's not only your steps or not only your theory is strong, but as a person, inner soul becomes very strong and very disciplined.
So ma'am, when you were in your school or even in your college for that matter, कभी ऐसा हुआ है कि आपका डांस और आपकी पढ़ाई के बीच में हुआ ही होगा ऑब्वियसली कि आपको दोनों के बीच में से कभी स्ट्रगल करना पड़ा हो, बट कभी ऐसा मोमेंट आया जहाँ पे दोनों के बीच में से आपको एक चीज चूज करना हो, या आपने कोई ऐसा एग्जाम मिस किया हो, या फिर आपने बहुत 2-3 महीने के लिए स्कूल ही ना गए हो, कभी ऐसा कुछ हुआ है?
During my school time, we had this hobby of dancing after the school hours, and annual day practice and school practice, competition practice, all were going on. But the school studies were never harmed because of my dancing. Because there was a different timings for both the things, and I was cool enough to handle both of them. And my parents were such that no, you can't leave dancing. Means they were never against dancing, or they never said that you better study and don't dance. It was always parallel because they knew I can handle both the things very well. Though I was not a ranker in the school, but still I managed both during my school hours. College, yes, of course, I never used to attend the lectures. I never really attend because still my batchmates always ask me that where were you in college? I said I always in the dance room. But we had a good facility that professors and our principal were really very good, and they actually gave us special tuitions after the college dance practices and all, whenever we needed, and whenever we needed help for study, we used to get special classes for our syllabus.
So you gave the credit of you being such a successful choreographer today of this. Like a lot of people give it to their parents, but I think your case is very different, ma'am, wherein more than you were inclined towards dancing, your parents were much more interested and they saw the spark in you and they knew ki ye karna hai. So do you give it to them?
Absolutely. Till date, they are the full support. Till date. They take care of my each and every other parts of life very well, and I'm never in trouble. Whenever I'm in some hassle that how can I manage this, so they always say, Purna, you can do it. In fact, when I was, I just finished my Manipuri training, then Bharatanatyam training, and I was still under training with Bharatanatyam, and I entered my first year of college, commerce. My father said, Punita, go and take class. I said, Papa, still I'm learning. How can I take class? How can I teach? So he said, no, you take class. So and so, my cousin is there. Her daughter wants to learn. They form a group and you go and teach them. I started my class. Because my father always pushed me for everything. जो नहीं हो सकता वो पहले करो. And that approach helped me a lot. And I started, and till date I'm on and on.
I can see that, ma'am, like many times. Like I know I've been working with you for 3-4 years. I see that you always target the impossible. Like many times I've come to you कि मैं practically करेंगे कैसे? You will like हो जाएगा. On day हो जाता है. Then that's the miracle. So that's very different.
Even when I started my another class, like a normal regular class kind of a thing. So I started with one student. My mom said, it's okay. एक student तो है ना. चालू रखो. Don't stop it. Don't back off. I kept on doing, and I had 200 students there.
So, ma'am, when you started your training in dance, आपने like Manipuri, फिर Bharatanatyam and Indian folk अलग-अलग सीखा या did you learn it parallel? How was your training?
I started actually with Manipuri, and after 5-6 years, I was in school, and then I was introduced to Bharatanatyam also with the same teacher and some other teacher also in the school. Because hobby, we had this Bharatanatyam classes, and yeah, of course, few years I was along with both the trainings. But when I was with Manipuri, I did my Manipuri very well. When I was with Bharatanatyam, I tried doing Bharatanatyam very well. Though sometimes it's a merger of both the dance styles, but the teacher handles me very well, and they loved me a lot. They helped me a lot. In fact, my Bharatanatyam teacher, Mrs. Arni Tata, she's a Parsi lady, but she is fabulous. She took care of me because she was even Manipuri and Bharatanatyam both, and she helped me a lot to grow my dance a lot.
So I was just coming to that, ma'am. In folk dances, in classical traditional classic dances, it is not just that you're my teacher and I just come here and learn for 2 hours and go. It's a special bond that you share with your guru. So, have there been moments wherein you have maybe lived in your guru's house and had food with them, and aapne like what was your relation apart from a guru and shishya? What were the other aspects which you would not see in today's generation? आप शायद आपको लगता होगा कि आज के जनरेशन में इतना कनेक्ट नहीं है. लोग आते हैं आपके पैर छूते हैं बट दे एक्चुअली डोंट मीन इट. इट्स जस्ट बिकम अ जेस्चर कि सुबह उठते जैसे हम लोग ये करते हैं, अगर भगवान को देखते हाथ जोड़ लेते तो गुरु को देखते पैर छूना है, बट the actual inner respect is
Actually,
not there.
it's not there. Yeah, it's there, but with very few people who are actually genuinely wants to learn dancing. They are very less. But my time, my guru was. We never had a typical staying home and all such kind of things, but we had a great bonding because I used to assist her during my school hours for the annual functions and all. She used to come to my place. She knew that my parents' condition is not that well, and we can pay for a good number of fees. She used to come to my place and teach me dancing. That you have to finish these exams. You cannot leave your exams. You have to complete your Bharatanatyam studies. So she never bothered about your fees. She never bothered about anything else. You get a proper training. You must have a proper training. So that was her keen idea about teaching me. And even she was good with other students also, but she was always like, I was her pet child. She always says that I am like a daughter to her. And Indumati Lele Didi was a great legend for folk dances. I learned multiple style, multiple strength things from her, which was too good. She is a very passionate and very vigorous kind of teacher, and she brought almost all the most strongest dance in from me. Very, 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 very strong personality. Very strong personality.
So, ma'am, when we speak about this current generation, okay, they are we call them very fast, very tech savvy, and they are very fast learners. That is true. But at the same time, we see that this generation complains a lot about time management. They want to do a lot of things and they also have interest. But the constant thing that comes in their mind, especially in a city like Mumbai where we live in, where the city is so fast paced, is कि time नहीं मिलता है. We have a college, we have a job. Where do I go to learn dance and this? So did you have such challenges at your time? How you used to manage your time during your college hours? And also, ma'am, in your learning phase while you were still getting trained under your gurus, I'm sure life was always not great. There were emotional gap between somebody might have passed away, some serious issues in the family, financial issues, social issues. So how did you handle dance in that time?
Today kids have more activities. They want to step in each and every field. ये भी करना है, ये भी करना है, ये भी करना है, इसमें भी अच्छा है, इसमें भी अच्छा होना है, शूट भी करना है, मेकअप भी करना है, कपड़े भी अच्छे पहनने हैं, सब चीज में पैर डालना है. वेस्टर्न भी करना है, हिप हॉप भी करना है, क्लासिकल भी करना है, सेमी क्लासिकल करना है, बॉलीवुड करना है, हर कुछ करना है. But in my time, for me, I want to dance. That was the focus. When you focus on one single thing, you can achieve it very well and very strongly. Otherwise, you are nowhere. You have to have a proper planning. When you wake up in the morning, you must have the timetable in your mind that, oh, itna se itna, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this. You just don't need to run around here and there. There has to be some timetable and there has to be some fixed time for yourself also and for your family also. Right now, people don't have time, 24 hours also less for them. ये भी करना बाकी है, ये भी करना बाकी है, so कल पे रखो, कल का परसों, परसों पे तरसों. It's like just giving up on everything and not achieving a very strong goal. That's the thing. But in my time, the dance was the only thing, and that was the only aim that I want to achieve. I want to dance. I want to do only through dance. That's the spirit.
A lot of people, man, they actually practice a lot of things for letting their emotions and feelings let out. Like for example, a lot of people gym or boxers में बहुत ज़्यादा होता है कि they punch the boxing bag while they want to let out anger, or maybe they want to cry. So do you practice dance for that form when you are holding something in your mind and you just maybe just dance so that it comes out, or give, as at least I'm being very filmy here, but फिल्मों में ऐसा दिखाया जाता है मैम कि जब main heroine है या फिर somebody is there, they go and they dance to express, to let their feeling out. So how do you do you have any such habits, ma'am?
See, for me, dance is like breathing. So when I'm happy, I dance. When I'm angry, I dance. When I'm crying, I dance. When I'm sad, I dance. When I'm cooking, I dance. While cooking also, I dance, because the most of my bestest choreography came from cooking.
Hmm.
So all with my belan, chamcha, I dance. With my knife, I dance. So it's not about dancing to remove your frustration. It's about just healing yourself in any way. That is the best meditation. It's a perfect combination of brain and body, where you just flow without music you can move. It's like that.
So, ma'am, you've been happily married for quite a few years now. You've been blessed with children as well. But how was and you just mentioned that your parents were more keen on you dancing, jitna aap khud the. So, was there any change in your life before, especially with dance perspective? कि शादी के पहले obviously you did not have too many responsibilities, but शादी के बाद एक responsibility आ जाती है, your husband, and in few years your children. So was there any change or shift, or your in-laws and your husband were equally supportive and equally rather it became better, I would say? So what was that?
Yeah. So initially when I got married, our family was not very much accepting dance as a career.
Your in-laws side, ma'am?
My in-laws side. But they were not opposing also, like don't dance and such things. But slowly they were agreed for all my activities, and they were too much supportive. My mother-in-law was absolutely superb support to me, and she allowed me. She said, "Go ahead, teach, and go in the world," like that. And the best support I got from my husband, which is never ending. And I don't think so. Like whatever I am right now, I can be without my husband's support. That was the most strongest support I have got in my life.
So, ma'am, has there ever been any funny or really embarrassing moment on stage wherein maybe you had planned something and on stage बहुत बड़ा mess हो गया? Like in DGMC we've been lucky enough कि हमने सारी चीजें कंट्रोल कर ली, कि टाइम पे पहुंच गया बच्चा और डांस भी करके आया पूरा कॉस्ट्यूम पहन के. But how would we has there any moment that has happened in any of your shows or performances जहाँ पे लगा?
Yeah, many a time, but I want to tell you two events. Like one place we perform a show called Satwaro Shri Radhesham, which is based on Krishna Radha love story. And another show which we were performing on Shiva. So my daughter was doing Ardhanarishwar performance, and we had a set. And while she was dancing, the whole set came down on her. But all my dancers, few of them saw, and they all gathered and they made a formal line, and they stood against the wall of the set. And my daughter kept on dancing. The set was falling and they were standing just behind holding the set. During the dance, it happened. During the performance, it happened. People knew that something is happening, but we tried and controlled it. And my set wala fixed the set in 2-3 minutes, and it was all done well.
I hope you are not injured.
No, luckily we all were saved. And another incident I want to say, like we participate in this competitions, Garba competitions and all. So I have one small group, and one was a younger group, like 12 to 15 years old. And they were doing a ras, golf ras, which has saris from above. They hold saris and dandiya, and they play ras. So I was standing inside backstage, and the golf came down, and maybe because of some light, one sari got stuck in that light, and all like 15 saris were down and one sari was above it. The girls were dancing, they knew something is wrong. Something wrong is there. One girl didn't have the sari.
Hmm.
I don't know what happened, and it was a competition.
Hmm.
It was a challenging competition. What came in my mind, I just ran on the stage during the performance. I jumped, literally, I jumped. I don't know, my height is very small, but I jumped and pulled that sari, and I literally gave it to the girl who didn't have the sari, and they did the dance without mistake, and we got first place.
Oh.
That was I don't know how I did it, and when I think about it, I really have goosebumps that I did that. That was a very
That's
challenging
really
thing.
great, ma'am.
Yeah,
But I think the guru inside you came out.
absolutely. Otherwise, it was like it must have been a goofed up dance.
That's true. So, ma'am, I have seen a few of your performances outside DGMC as well, like before while we were preparing for this podcast. But majorly, I worked with you for DGMC. And DGMC, I know many times we change last minute choreographies, as per the time, as per what is the look and the feel and everything. We've done so many last minute changes. But as a guru, how do you handle your students back? Because if you have a set of, let's say, 50 or 30, 40 students, not everybody is a equally good dancer. Some are new, some are doing it for the first time. किसी का है जो बहुत सारे performances कर चुके हैं. So how do you handle these dancers when you have to change the choreography at the last moment? Like as a guru, you know कि मुझे अगर स्टेज पे कोई बहुत अच्छी चीज डालनी है तो I need to change. But sometimes उसकी वजह से बच्चे बहुत पैनिक हो जाते हैं. So how do you handle them? What do you do with that time?
So I try to train them in such a way that they should be ready that there will be any change at any time. And it happens all the time. I know, and even my students know that I can change at any damn moment. Like abhi ye change karo. And even they are aware of it that Miss can change at any time. So they are also alert and they know how to be strong enough to face that and do it correctly in front of the stage.
कभी ऐसा हुआ है मैम कि आफ्टर अ परफॉर्मेंस मे बी वेयर यू योरसेल्फ हैव परफॉर्म या फिर योर स्टूडेंट्स हैव परफॉर्म somebody has come and told you a very surprising or a funny thing like कभी कभी माँ बाप बोल देते हैं कि हमारे बच्चों के आप रख लो एंड आप अडॉप्ट कर लो इनको एंड सिखाओ आप इतना अच्छा डांस करते हो या दिस एंड दैट या समथिंग वेयर इन अ वेरी एज्ड पर्सन और somebody who when we look at them we say कि नहीं इनको शायद डांस में इंटरेस्ट नहीं होगा उन्होंने बोला होगा that I want to learn dance from you. And ऐसा कुछ हुआ है after a performance, some weird reaction?
Yeah, see, compliments we get very now and then. But I was performing at USA for my show. We had a troupe of 40 people, and we have a theme like Krishna theme, and at the end of it, where the message is like don't forget your parents, like माँ बाप ने भूल शो नहीं, which is like in everybody's life. Like parents are the best icons for your life. They are the mentors for your life. So don't forget them. Like, and after the show, one man came to me. A person, he was in the audience. He just ran to me. Madam, since so many years I am here in USA and my parents are in Gujarat. So I've hardly talked to them. Or I just speak to them during Diwali or some festivals. But when I saw your program, I immediately called them. And now I'm telling you, after that calling them, that I will call them regularly and I will never forget them. That message touched him so much that he said that this is a great message. Like throughout my life, I always felt that pachi karis, I'll call them later. So that touched him. And that was the best thing.
So your dance was really purposeful. So it helped somebody's life.
Yes.
I'm sure the parents must be so happy that.
Absolutely, yes.
So, ma'am, many times, what happens is maybe people are not really meant to do something, but they still want to do it. And I'm sure this must have happened with you also. Many times you get a lot of students, not just young children, but also elderly people, ladies, or even men for that matter, who are not really meant for dance. Though we can say that anybody can dance, but still there are a few basic requirements as well. So they are not meant, but they are going on trying. And कई बार as a guru आप शायद देखते हो कि नहीं इनके अंदर करने की ये है बट ये सीख नहीं पा रहे क्योंकि दे आर नॉट मेड फॉर दैट. बट हाउ डू यू हैंडल सच स्टूडेंट्स मैम इन अ सेंसिटिव वे, क्योंकि उनको अगर एज अ गुरु आपने कुछ बोल दिया तो उनका लाइफ
Yeah.
बहुत ही इट्स वेरी सेंसिटिव कि आप वो मन में रख लेंगे वो बात. सो हाउ डू यू हैंडल सच स्टूडेंट्स?
No, I try and train them in a very simpler way where they are comfortable. I try and give some easy movements which they can do it, and slowly they can go with the harder one. I try and train them. I never say no to them. I always feel that if they are ready to dance, I'm ready to teach. If they are ready to do hard work, I'm ready to do hard work with them. Though they want to learn once a week, twice a week, whatever. They want to dance only for 15 minutes, I teach them for 1 hour. It's like that. And I try to give the platform where they don't look bad, which suits them, and they feel good about it. Oh, wow, I did it. And even their family also feels that, oh, sometimes I have these are all age group I have, even the kids, even like I have students till 75 years.
Oh.
So all of them are fabulous dancers. But yeah, one or two may be there, but I always make sure that they look good on the stage. I give them a part, I give them a platform, and they really feel good about it, and they really thank me for the same thing.
So what is coming to that, ma'am? What is the youngest student that you have trained, like छोटा बच्चा से लेके what is the eldest student that you have trained?
2.5 years.
2.5 years से लेके 75. That's managing different age groups, different generations, different family backgrounds. My goodness.
Because kids, when the parents come to me that I want to put my kid for dancing, I first ask them whether the kid like it or not. If the kid doesn't like it, don't put them. Whatever they like, just send them to them. It's not about forcing someone to do something which what they don't
want. Yeah. So, ma'am, what are your thoughts about the today's Gen Z dance styles? I'm sure you use social media. You must be watching through all the social media platforms. See what are the dance forms, the shorts, the reels, X, Y, Z, that all those things they make. So, and even I think the type of performances that happen in college events or any other informal events or even clubs and the modern day party type of thing. So do you enjoy them, or do you feel that this is not the right way of how they're dancing, or as a dancer you feel कि नहीं ये गलत हो रहा है कुछ?
नहीं, dance करो, मजे करो, it's like life, it's part of life. But yeah, when it comes to a performance and all, like today I find it's more of circus than dancing. I enjoy all the performances. I'm not much a media person. I'm more with live performances and live performers. So today generation, they work really hard, but they feel and find out the shortcuts for everything. And pure dancing is missing out right now. So pure dancing, the flow of dancing is missing, and there is a cut movement, there is a circus movement, there is gymnastics. All these activities are there. Gymnastics की जगह पे है, circus की जगह पे है. You must have seen earlier we used to have road पे वो रस्सी पे चलते हैं बच्चे लोग. That is also circus. It's such a beautiful art. अभी वो उसको और डांस को मिक्स कर दिया है. सब मदारी जैसा लगने लगा है. The dancing has taken another form of.
It's merged into a lot of more things.
Yes. The pure dancing is absolutely missing.
So, ma'am, we have a rapid fire round as a part of the show. So, I just ask you a few questions. Maybe you can answer them in a word or short sentence. So, what do you prefer, ma'am? Morning rehearsals or late night practice?
Throughout the day.
Throughout the day. One classical dancer that you would love to collaborate or work with? Oh. One dance myth that you feel which is wrong, but people believe in it so much that it impacts dance as a career, dance as an art form.
People think that they can perform without practice. Because now they think like shortcut पे सब हो जाएगा. 1 मिनट का रील है तो बहुत अच्छा हो जाएगा. बहुत हो गया. तो they are okay with it. तो practice नहीं करेंगे तो चलेगा. auditions में भी आते थे without practicing they come. So I think so that's the wrong
If not a dancer, what would you have been?
military.
Oh, very different.
I was absolute tomboy kind of a person.
Oh.
So when my friends see me that Punita and dance, like
Mm.
when you are on stage, you act exactly dance like a woman.
Mm.
But when I'm out, I'm like a tomboy.
But why
Very
did you
naughty.
want to go? Do you were in NCC or something in school?
I was not, but I was very keen. I was very much liking the military training. Because of my height, I was ashamed, or maybe that time I was not very sure that
You were
I'll be
conscious.
accepted for military service.
But what in military, ma'am? Like shooting. What as a child? What was that one thing in military that you liked?
Serving nation.
Any physical injury or any other form of injury that you had? During dancing or choreography or any performance.
Yeah, I have a knee injury. Once I was doing BU and we were practicing. So there is a routine and where we spin fast and we have to sit down. So during that time, I had a very major injury, which is still there. So I always tell my students that while sitting or while dancing, don't vigorously sit. Just make it a point that you're sitting and just train your body in such a way that you don't injure yourself.
The best Guru Dakshina you've ever received from him?
I received those typical handmade cards from my small bachas, which are so precious to me. Thank you, teacher, for teaching us dance. They are so sweet, very innocent, very innocent. They're written in their own handwriting, and the beautiful heart is there. Some flowers are there. They are so sweet.
What is your comfort food now after a long day of your
Nice.
rice? Discipline or creativity? What matters more to you, or what matters more in dance?
Discipline. And then creativity is on limit, out of it. You can create it very fast.
What is last question? Ma'am, what is that one advice that you would want to give to young people who would want to be choreographers in the future, and maybe who are not that lucky enough to have parents the way you had, and who not getting that kind of support? So what is that one advice that you would want to give for those students?
First of all, if you want to become a dancer or a choreographer, you must learn that with proper technique, proper style, through a guru, through a teacher. This media, YouTube, Insta is not a teacher. Like today's trend is like following other people's steps, choreography. They copy. Copy paste का ज़माना है. इधर से उठाओ, इधर डालो. कोरियोग्राफी करो तो इधर से 2 स्टेप उठाया, इधर से 2 स्टेप उठाया, डांस मेरा हो गया अच्छा. It's not about creating your own thing, something your own. When the music is on, you just flow with that music. You must feel that music. You must feel the lyrics. You must feel the emotion of that particular song, and then you follow. अभी क्या हो रहा है? Emotion. There is no emotion. They just plus, add, subtract, cut, different steps, and they merge it. So that's the choreography nowadays. So choreographers must learn, and they must dance from within. It's not about just कि हाँ हो गया, 1 मिनट का रील में बता दिया and good dancer. But the choreographer or the dancer must have been that strongly trained that he or she could be can dance for 1 hour, 2 hours continuously with the same vigor, with the same strength, with the same emotion, with the same grace, and with the same smile. That same power. It's not about dancing for 1 minute, it is dancing for multiple number of hours throughout the day with the same strength. And
Right.
one more thing, that when you dance, whoever dances, they must always melt with their movements. And when you dance, it's like, I always tell my students, like dance like a feather and hold yourself like a stick. That's the correct posture of dance. So always keep on dancing. That's a great meditation.
I trust me, ma'am. I had plans today. We were discussing this with the team as well. That maybe we'll play some song and we'll request Ki if you can choreograph something, but we might, have a few copyright issues. But nevertheless, just listening to you speak about dance is so exciting. Maybe someday, I know you told me that you'll make me dance someday. Maybe someday for you, I will surely.
I'm going to make it dance.
Yeah, maybe someday I will surely for you, ma'am. But thank you so much, ma'am, for coming for the show, for being there with us and sharing your insights. And that brings us to the end of this episode of Perspectives by DGMC. We are really grateful to you, ma'am. Thank you so much again for being
Thank
there.
you so much.
And until next time, to all our listeners, keep questioning, keep learning, and remember, every perspective has the power to shape your journey. This is Salman Udikar signing off. Stay curious, stay connected. Thank you.